Hey guys, so I wasn't going to film today just because like there's a hurricane coming and my skin is kind of just going through it right now hormonally, and I've been to the dermatologist and I'm kind of going through dealing with being on, you know, antibiotics and creams and all of this stuff for acne. To me personally, when I'm going through it, I kind of hide in my house and I don't really go out or wear makeup. And then I was kind of sitting here and I was like, you know what better time to film than when my skin is all broken out and I have blemishes, and show you guys kind of how I cover it up. I'm going to start with Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. And I do apply this with my fingers, so make sure your hands are washed before you start putting makeup on. And I do 2 pumps. So I applied all over and I kind of let it sink in for a few seconds, and then in the meantime I take my beauty blender and I use my Fix Plus, which this is a holy grail. I've probably gone through like 700 bottles of this. I just love this so much. And I spray my beauty blender with the Fix Plus all over to keep it damp, but also to absorb some of the setting spray so that when I apply the foundation and I go back over it, it will help set everything into place and make it look more like skin. I've been using these for almost a year. I really like them. The only thing that I've found that I keep coming back to, I have a whole drawer full of foundations, but for some reason I keep coming back to these. They're full coverage. I really only need 1 layer is why I like them, and I don't have to conceal underneath ahead of time, so always shake them. And then I do 1 pump of each on the back of my hand. I have a mixing palette somewhere, but I don't know what happened to it. Also, I apply it with my fingers. I know I'm really bad at that. So I've kind of applied it all over my face, little dots, and then I'm just gonna blend it out. And I usually do, in the areas that I need more coverage, I usually do a stamping motion so that it gives me that coverage without kind of moving the product all over the place. And I definitely need more coverage on my chin and my cheeks because, like I said, I'm kind of dealing with that hormonal, like gross, makes me feel gross skin. It's not gross skin, it's just acne. We all kind of go through it. It's one of those things that like is not really talked about a lot except for in the beauty community. Like everyone goes through it, okay? It's a thing. Acne does not make you gross. It doesn't make you, you know, dirty. Most of the time it's hormonal, and like a lot of people don't really know. You can just go to the dermatologist and, you know, there's 100 ways of dealing with acne. Like, you can be on antibiotics, or they could put you on Accutane, or they can put you on this miracle drug called spironolactone, which is actually for blood pressure, but for some reason it cures acne. Like, which I've been on all of them. So I have very, very acne prone skin. It's just kind of something I've dealt with my whole life. And it's really annoying, but it is what it is. Like, just cover it up. Or, you know, if you don't want to cover it up, that's fine too. Whatever you prefer. Me, I want to cover it up. I think makes me feel better. Doesn't make me so self-conscious. Even though there are times and like I tell, you know, John, we go out and I'm like covered in makeup and I'm like, God, you can still see the bumps. And they're really annoying to me, but you know, it's normal. Whatever. If you're gonna judge somebody because they have acne, you really need to stop and take a look at yourself first before you tell someone they're gross because they have acne. Because it's just fucked. So I'm taking the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. It only comes in one shade, which I like. Makes it universal. And I'm kind of just defining my cheekbone area. And I do the tip of my nose because I like the tip of my nose to be more defined. I have like a button nose and I really actually like it to be a little bit more defined. And the sides of my nose, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna take the Morphe M529 and I kind of blend up and out. Anyway, now that that's done, I take my MAC Prep and Prime Highlight Light Booster in yellow. I'm almost out. When I run out of this, I use the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch in 1.5. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So I just so first impressions, I should not be doing this in the shoe room. John's gonna kill me. It'll be fine. Anyway, so then I just kind of go along my cheek. when really is it enough blush? Once all this is finished, I take whatever highlighter I feel like using that day. Ugh, color. So I let it dry, and then I move on to do my eyes, eyebrows, all of that stuff. I'm actually going to film eyes separately for you guys, kind of as a quick little thing. So I do eyebrows, lips, and eyes after this. Most of the time, if I'm not going anywhere, like we're not going on a date or we're not going to an event, then I don't really put lipstick on or lip gloss. I basically just throw on some chapstick, do my eyebrows, and I go. But yeah, that's it. That's what I do for my blemished skin. It's really not a lot. If I feel like I need more coverage, like sometimes I'll break out down here, then I'll throw on some concealer, or I'll bring my foundation all the way down to my neck. So yeah, that's it for my base routine. I'm gonna go do my eyebrows and my eyes, but I'm going to actually film a look for that because I got something that I really liked and I wanted to try, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm gonna do a first impressions. Thanks for watching. You know, like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. I'll probably be doing this more often. So yeah, thanks guys. Bye.